Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm directing to Yogi Shiva, Webseries episode 3 and 4. So the third one is Exuberance, Nataraja, and the Dance of Creation. Let's go ahead and get started.
India is the only place where our gods must dance. If he cannot dance, he cannot be a god. Shiva is Nataraja, he is the king of dancers and everybody else is a dancer. Why this is because the phenomena of creation. The closest analogy you can give to that is it's like a dance. Today modern physicists are using those words, that things seem to be in a dance. Dance means there seems to be no logical coherence to it, but if you observe it closely enough, there is a very deep system to the whole process.
This dance of creation, which self-created itself from the eternal stillness, in trying to represent the exuberance of creation, we call this dimension as Natesha or Nataraja, which is one of the most significant forms of Shiva.
Because creation is a dance, we said the divine is a dancer. So when we say Shiva is Nataraja, we are not talking about an individual dancing. That is why the circle around him. The circle is always the symbol of cosmos, because the most natural form that happens in the existence when anything moves is a circle. Anything that happens by itself is a circle. The planet is a circle, the moon is a circle, the sun is a circle, everything else is a circle because circle is a shape of least resistance. So that is why the circle around Nataraja is symbolizing the cosmos. He is a cosmic dancer, that's how he's always described. You can experience the dance or you can become the dance. You can experience the aesthetic of the dance by simply watching it closely, or you can dance. But you want to understand the dance, there is no such thing. These are only two choices you have. If you experience the beauty of the dance by observation, by looking, we will say you are a seeker. You may be called a scientist, but still you're a seeker, you want to know what it is, so you're paying attention. If you pay attention to it, you become a seeker. If you become the dance, you become the divine, you become a yogi. That's a choice you have.
Wait, has Sadhguru danced? I gotta see him dance. Is there actually a festival? I think there is. I believe it just passed. I'm wondering if that's the festival that people were telling me about. I missed it, I was working. I did get to see some of it though. But did Sadhguru dance? If so, I kind of want to see him dance. Okay, so alright, there's not much I can really say about this part. It's pretty short, and it talked about Shiva being the dance of creation. I thought it was also about the destruction as well, was it not? Or maybe I was just thinking that. Maybe I was thinking that because I know, was it Kali, I believe. Again, this is all from some video games about, and some maybe even some talks on movies or shows or something, that they think of Kali or whoever is the god of destruction as something like, oh, terrible. But they have a different perspective when they see about destruction, and which reshaped how I thought about destruction in a sense. Obviously, you have to know what is the destruction of. The destruction of your old self, the destruction of the body, which gets which gets renewed in a sense. It goes back to the earth. The body gets destroyed, but it gets put back into the earth, which gets reused by the living beings, the plants, the animals, or whatever it may be. So destruction, in terms of, I guess, whenever I was thinking about that, it has changed my perspective, but I must have missed it. Circle the cosmos. And is that? I have a feeling that's actually Sadhguru dancing, and they just drew him. I definitely got it. I wouldn't mind watching that. Anyways, I'm gonna pause it real quick, so we're gonna go to part 4, and I'll be right back. All right, so part 4, Belonath Basmasura and Shiva? I don't know. Let's go and get started.
There is a whole host of incidents or situations which happen on the south side of Kailash. All kinds of people got the best things on Shiva. The world would judge that these people don't deserve it, but he never made the judgment. When they asked, he gave. All of you know Vismasura? So this is a yogi who comes and asks Shiva that he wants to have this power that whoever he touches, they should turn into ashes. Shiva says, okay, have it. Then the guy wants to put his hand on Shiva's head. So he wants to try whether it works or not on Shiva. So Shiva got up and ran.
That's kind of weird. It's like you want to kill Shiva, it seems.
Then, as usual, he consulted Vishnu what to do. Vishnu said, wait, and he transformed himself into Mohini, or a very enchanting woman. So he came and he danced in front of Bhasmasura. Bhasmasura forgot about Shiva and ran up to this woman. So she said, you must dance as I dance, then I'm yours. He said, okay. So she did this, he did this, she did this, she did this, everything happened, this, and she did this.
Oh!
So he also did that and became ashes.
Huh. I don't know if this guy had evil intent or not, but he got tricked by his own powers.
Shiva is always seen as a very powerful being, at the same time not so crafty with the world. So one form of Shiva is known as Bholenath because he is childlike. Not that he's stupid, but he doesn't care to use intelligence in all those petty ways.
It's only shrewd, low-level intelligence which is constantly thinking how to get better of somebody. Intelligence and street-smart guile are two different things.
Sorry. Whenever he talks about intelligence, I also separate intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence, in my opinion, is book smarts, knowing about calculus, you know, the highest levels of math, or the highest level of anatomy, or the highest levels of the atoms, chemistry, biology, whatever that may be. That's intelligence in my book. Wisdom is what I'm understanding, like street smart, but more so also common sense. Learning about people that, how do you say, learning about people based on their actions, what they say and what they do. How to talk to people, how to interpret what people say. It's more along the lines of nothing that you can necessarily get out from a book.
Being smart is always in comparison with somebody else. Being intelligent is not in comparison with anybody else. It's just by its own nature. So intelligence is significant because intelligence is never in competition. It is simply an expression of life.
Oh, wow, okay, that's over. Okay, so while I think whenever he says intelligence, it's my form of wisdom, and intelligence for mine again is book smart. So the intelligence he uses not the way I would define intelligence. I define intelligence book smart, wisdom as in I find Sadhguru to be wise, not intelligent. He doesn't. He says he's not smart. He's smart. He's lying. He is smart, but he's not like, you know, like smart like as someone who studied chemistry, like all the way to the highest level of chemistry or anatomy or whatever. He's extremely wise and very smart. Don't let him lie. Don't let him lie to you telling them he's not smart. He's smart. But I find it kind of fascinating with Shiva though. It's very odd. Kinda. I don't know. I remember Sadhguru saying that Buddha wasn't 1% of Shiva because Shiva, I believe, is 114 112 in the body and 2 external. But it's kind of weird. They make these, I'm guessing, gods very human-like, makes them very relatable. But also, it's very odd to see how Shiva is in the, is it the first episode? First or second episode, where Shiva cut off the 5th head of Brahma and saying, "What have you done? This is sorrowful. The creation that you created is out of sorrow, pain, and suffering." But Shiva never realized that this was all their own choosing. All Brahman did was create the world, and it's up to them to decide what they want to do with it for their own free will. And then Shiva was like, "Okay, let me do it. Let me do this. Let me explore my mind." Now, I don't know if Brahman created all the minds or just the minds of the creation that he created, because from what Sadhguru said, I'm not sure. I have a feeling, Shiva's mind is his own, and Brahman's mind that they're talking about is the creation's mind, our minds. So Shiva looked into his own mind and then come to realize what Brahman has done, which is kind of strange. But I explained that one maybe because Shiva's been alone and has nothing to compare to, so there was no reason to, I guess, understand it maybe until the creation of Brahma was created, and then all this thoughts came about. And then here Shiva was granting everyone, it seems like everyone's wish, but yet somehow, so he wanted to try whether it worked on Shiva, and Shiva got up and ran. Then he had to talk to Vishnu about what am I going to do, I believe. It's like, and usually he consulted Vishnu what to do. So Shiva didn't have an answer to this, which is kind of weird. I don't know whether Shiva's just young or what's going on here. Again, makes these gods very human. Well, makes Shiva very human, because he's not realizing the freedoms that Brahman created for all of us, whether we decide for ourselves to make our bodies suffering or to have great joy. Shiva come to realization only after the fact. And then this gift that he gave to this person, he's like, "Oh no, what I'm going to do now? How do I don't know what he was trying to ask for. Like, how do I stop it? I mean, I'm guessing if Shiva can give, Shiva can take back, but maybe not. I'm not sure." But he had to consult Vishnu on this. I actually really love this. I don't know this mythology to me, and I love the little things here. So this is the thing that I also want to learn about Norse and Roman mythology, to learn about the gods and how they're so human. It's so fascinating, honestly. And so, anyways, it makes it like, what's going on with Shiva? Why is Shiva having these issues? Is Shiva maybe a young god at this time or something? Again, Buddha was only 1% according to Sadhguru, and Shiva is 114%, less than 1%. Buddha's less than 1%, because he only obtained one aspect, which I believe was intelligence? Something like that. I can't quite remember precisely what it said. And Shiva has all 114. 112 on the inside of the human body, and 2 on the external. So yeah, that's a genuine question. I guess whenever I watch more of this, maybe I'll learn a bit more. I love the stories, honestly. It's really, really cool. And I love how the gods tricked him. It makes it seem like he is so, I don't want to say desperate, but he's failed to realize the power that he had because he was blind for the lust he has for this woman. Forgot about Shiva and ran after this woman. So he said, "You must dance as I dance, then I am yours," he said. So he would rather give up his life to have her than to not have her and have his life, it seems. But it's more along the lines that he may have forgotten about his power. Because otherwise... Well, then again, also at the same time, he's probably never tested it out because he wanted to test it out on Shiva. Huh. So anyways, interesting. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. Especially, I really do enjoy these stories. Anyways, that's my reaction to part 3 and 4. Next time, which will be 5 and 6, and then I think the last one will be the 45-minute one. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.